Hi, Kate. How are you? How are you? I am here. I'm sorry I was running just a little bit late. Having my own moment. How are you? How are you? Hi, CJ. Hi, Malia. You look like you're here to me. Hi, Mary. Hi, Brenda. How are you? Hi, Joyce. Hi, Ann. Hey, Susan. I'm sorry I was running a little bit late. I had a Charlie moment and then I have to clean off my desk. So how have you guys been? How has everyone been? Turn it up. Thanks, Scotty. Sorry. My computer resets itself I should know it by now. I need to put a note on it. How have you guys been? Hi, Fiona. How are you? Oh, we're happy to see you. Hi, Fee. Oh, I'm feeling crappy. My shoulder hurts so bad. It's ridiculous. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Susan C. Hi, Linda. Hi, CJ. Hi, Vic. Hi, Diana. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Ann. Oh, I'm happy to see you all. Hi, Vic. Yes. So, I should have taken a picture of it, but I didn't. So, over the weekend, even though I did not feel well, I ended up having to make a dream catcher with my daughter. It was her homework, okay? And normally I love doing that sort of stuff, but can I tell you this week, it was like, with this shoulder thing, I don't know, you guys. I have to tell you, I'm definitely having my own moments here with my shoulder. There's got to be a better way, and I don't know what it is. And I went and had acupuncture today, but that just releases the pain, which is good, but it doesn't cure it, and I need to go have an x-ray. I'm just kind of putting it off. It's ridiculous. It's so stupid. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Pam. Fiona, we're so happy to see you. How are you, my darling? How are you? I'm sorry for my mess. So, I know I told you guys we're going to work on tags, and we can work on tags, but I also wanted to work on quite a few of you are participating in our Secret Sister Santa swap, and I wanted to show you guys some things that I've done in the past. I haven't done them in a long time. I used to do them when I used to send out hundreds of Christmas cards, which I don't do anymore, you guys. I used to send out, how many of you guys had a job or had things where you had to send out like a ton of Christmas cards? Hang on, I just got to take my jacket off. Did you guys have anything like that? Where you had to send out Christmas cards, where you had to do all that sort of stuff? Well, I used to. And so, it was just for business and stuff like that. I mean, I would send them to my friends too, but I don't really do it anymore like that. But I used to do what I'm going to show you guys. I used to do it with my kids too, but I used to do it. You're good? Oh, you're okay, Fiona? I'm glad. Oh, Fiona, we're sending you love. We're sending you love. Hi, Clara. Hi, Joyce. You're watching and then coming back? Okay, so if you guys want to make along, I'm going to show you what we're going to make. We're going to make some small Christmas ornaments that you can stick in your Christmas cards. Now, back in the day when I used to do these, I actually made them out of like vellum, but I don't have any vellum. And I don't even have any of the ones that I had made before because I don't live in that house anymore, right? I didn't save my stuff. But I'm going to show you what we're going to do, and then we can make them all together. So you need, I'm going to use some packaging from some cereal box packaging, and I'm going to use some of my painty papers. That's what I'm using for mine, but I'll make one and then I'll show you guys what we're going to do. I just need to cut some circles, and I brought my little brought my Big Shot close by. You're watching on your TV? Oh, that's awesome. That's really awesome. You can also make these with your junk mail, you guys. If you know, like the inside of those envelopes that we all covet, the inside of your, of the security envelopes that you like, You can also make them with scrapbook paper. You know, there's no rules. You know me. You know me, I'm like anti-rule. I can't help it, you guys. I really, really can't help it. I have like issues with rules. I have total issues with rules. So you need to get any kind of paper. You could use scrapbook paper, just some decorative paper, and I'm going to show you how to make them, and then we'll make a bunch of them out of different things, and then maybe we'll do our tags too. You guys, I had every intention of making my videos this week. Guys, this shoulder thing has just like put me totally out. I didn't do anything. Except for make the crazy dream catcher with my daughter, and I only did that because we had to. Jamie, everybody send Jamie some love. She really needs it. Oh, I appreciate you guys sending me a bunch of love. You finally get your video to work, Kate? Oh, that's awesome. Did you make some videos? That's so great. Good for you. I'm all about the videos. I think it's great. You know, it wasn't that long ago that I wasn't making videos, so I can't, you know, I'm not a big video maker myself, but I started because of this friend. Hi, Jillian. Hi, BJ. Yeah, and now everybody, let's say hey to Pat. Hi, my saucy mom. How are you? Everybody say hey to Pat. She's having her treatment, and I'm sure that she would love some haze. So give me a second. I'm just gonna cut some circles. You need 6 circles, you guys, any size. And then I'm gonna make one using. Right now I'm just cutting them on my die cutting machine. Guys, I'm sorry. The guy across the street decided he's gonna mow his lawn because we have had torrential rain, which we really needed. But in this torrential rain that we've had, everybody's yards looks like a jungle, right? And so it rained. It even rained this morning. So I guess in the 5 minutes it's not raining, somebody's going to cut their lawn. So you need 6 circles of either painty papers. You need 1 circle of like lightweight chipboard. You need 6 circles of, I'm using painty papers, but you guys can use whatever you want, okay? Just because I have a lot of painty papers. And if you have those really cool envelopes from your junk mail, those work really good too. You know, the security envelopes? I've made some of those. Now in the past when I made these, made them with vellum, which is really cool where you can see through it, and I glittered them and stuff like that. But that was back when I was like, I think trying to, you know, like send something impressive. Now I don't care. Now I'm over it. Now it's like, now I'm just making them for me. So in making them for me, making it for me, they're not made out of vellum anymore. Well, I don't even have any vellum. I guess if I had vellum, I could make them and show them to you. You can also make them out of recycled packaging. If you have like clear packaging or stuff like that, you can paint them. They look like stained glass. I mean, it's super cool. It's really super versatile. Once I make one, you guys are going to go like, oh my gosh, I can make these. But the cool thing about it is you can send them in with your Christmas cards or your Happy Mail, and it doesn't add any extra weight because it's just paper, okay? So this is the first one we're going to make, and again, I apologize for the noise. I don't know what to do about it. And then I brought some jar lids over here, and I thought maybe we could make some out. You can make them on the magazine pages too, you guys. You don't have to. These are just painty papers, and I think it was a Reader's Digest, okay? So the first thing you're going to do, you're going to need 7 circles total. 1 for, what happened, Diana? You can't get the live video? You might need to reboot. Hi, Bet, if you're out here. And Pat, everybody's saying hi to you. I missed the whole ledger of people saying hi, but I'm sure everyone said hi. So you want to fold your circles in half, your 6 circles in half with the artwork on the inside. So if you use, I think I have some scrapbook scrapbook paper over here to, I'll make some with scrapbook paper too. But this is just one more use for your painting papers. Elizabeth says, hi, Pat. No video for you either, Patricia? Kate says hi. Trish says hi. Hi, Trish. So you want to fold them with your artwork on the inside. You guys, I did not invent this. We made these since we were like in the 2nd grade. And I made them out of just paper, but I find for this type of thing, it's better to have some sort of packaging. Okay, you can use any kind of glue stick you have, or you can use wet glue, whatever you want. Carrie says hi. I had problems watching Carla today. I tried to watch her today, Miss Caged Fish, and I had real issues. My video kept buffering, so I was like in and out. So you want to put one of them on half of it, like this, okay? One of them on half, and then you want to put another one, butt it up to the other half. So this is what it looks like. Your cardboard, and then you've glued your painting paper on half, right? And you've glued the other piece on half. Oh, you couldn't get it till you click. Elizabeth says she couldn't get it until she clicked on a different video and came back. Okay, so you have this one right like this, and then you have this one like this. Now you're going to take another painting paper. Now you want to make sure you get good glue on this. And sometimes you guys, when you're using glue stick, especially when you're using it on packaging, it'll move around. You want to, like, you know, give it a good dry. You want to stick one in the middle. Okay, you want to stick one right in the middle. Now if you're going to use pattern paper, you might want to check out which directions your patterns are going before you, like, do it all. Okay? So this is how this half looks. It's got half of it on here, one in the middle, and one on that side. Okay? Now you can go ahead and leave it flat for the time being, and then you're going to turn it over and you're going to do the same thing, except before you glue the middle part in, we're going to put a piece of string to hang it on. You guys, these are so easy and so fun, and if you have grandkids, you can make them. And if Cassandra's here, this is a great thing to do with your kids, your math students, because you have to, you know, it's all about ratio and size. Now, I've done these when I've done painted, I don't have any, because I need to really up my ante with my crafting supplies. I don't even have any of that glitter paint, you know, like the kids glitter paint, because that, it looks really good when you glitter tip the ends. Okay, now this is where you need your string, and I thought I brought some over here. Guys, I could have very well not. Okay, here is some thread my friend Wanda sent me. No, it doesn't completely match, but it doesn't matter. There's some sparkle thread. Maybe I'll try to use that one if I can find the end of it. Lovely friend Wanda, who sews a lot, and she's amazing. And every now and then when she destashes, she knows. I used to have an amazing sewing room, you guys, when I lived on the mainland. I had an amazing sewing room. Now this is where you're going to glue in your, you know, your thing to tie it, your, whatever. What is this? Like your loop, right? You're going to lay your loop. Going to lay your loop down. I kind of make a long string because I want to lay mine farther in the middle because I don't want it to come undone. Okay? And you could use a little dab of wet glue if you have some on this part. Oh my gosh, you guys, I wish you'd seen this dream catcher we made. It was the best I could do with what I had, and I was not feeling well. But I couldn't get it to tie evenly, and she was like, it's a 5th grader's job, Mom. Where have I lived? Well, I moved to Hawaii from New York. I used to live in New York. I had a house in New York City, an apartment in New York City, and a house. I still have a house in upstate New York, in Woodstock. I'm originally from Texas, but I've lived all over. I lived in Jacksonville for a couple of years. Jacksonville, Florida. I lived in California for a number of years. Texas. I lived in Japan for a year. I've had sort of an eclectic kind of life. Okay, I would definitely just, you want to make sure your string is glued down just a little bit. Because, you know, that's what's going to hold on to the tree, right? Your little string. But I've moved a lot, you know. I thought I had some wipes later. I've moved a lot. Like, I don't know, when you live in New York City, I lived in one apartment for a while, and then I moved to another one. And I lived in LA for, I don't know how many years I lived in LA. I lived in LA for long enough. But I'm happy to live where I am right now. And yeah, we have been thinking about relocating, but we haven't decided anything yet. So I'm waiting to see where my 19-year-old decides to go to college full-time. So, I mean, she's going to college here, but she's thinking about going to Portland. And so, I don't know. And one of Hottie's kids is probably will most likely be having a child in the near future really soon. So, I mean, they haven't said anything to us, but I just get that sense, if you know what I mean. I don't think I got it in here even. Hold on. This is so forgiving, you guys, and you can use all the ugly painty papers that you don't like. Okay? Now wait. Isn't this perfect? Because you can stick it in your greeting card, but look, fluffed up, it looks awesome. Hopefully I didn't glue my pages together. And this is the whole thing, you guys. Why is this one not even? What did I do wrong? Girls, what did I do? One thing you do want to do is line it up, and I must have not lined it up in the right way. All right, let me get myself back lined up so my things are all lined up. I mean, I guess you could line it up any way you want, but I wasn't paying much attention. All right, let me line it back up. So the one thing you do want to do is get your things lined up. But it's super simple, and once you start making them, you'll be like, the next thing I know, I'll look on Facebook and you guys will have made like 200 of them. Because I know how you girls roll. I have witnessed it. I have witnessed how you girls roll. I have witnessed how you roll with the painty papers. This is the big it. Just want to. You definitely want to make sure your things line up, though. Mine were not lining up. I don't know what I did. They're still not lining up. I don't know what I'm doing. I tweaked it. Boop. All right. Make sure your half circles line up on the other side. The center where the middle part is. So your folds are the same. I guess that's the beauty of using glue stick, right? Okay, let's see, is that one right? That one's right now. I still have my ribbon in. Anyway, we're still thinking about moving. We haven't, nothing is written in stone. We were talking about it this weekend in the midst of my ridiculous pain because Honey had like some sciatica problem years ago when he went to this amazing osteopath. And we were talking about osteopaths, and of course, like, you know, where I live, you can't, it's not the same here, you guys. You can't just get what you get on the mainland here. So he was just a little bit frustrated with that. He was like, if we could just go to a really good osteopath right now, you would be fine. And I was like, well, sorry, dude. It just isn't working that way. You know, you can't, like, it's not. And he was like, he was having a momentary complaining festival about, you know, the lack of the different types of amenities that are here that you can't get, and vice versa. You know, that's all. You love Portland? Hey, Jan, we're just making some little paper ornaments, some little silly paper ornaments to go in your Happy Mail if you want to send it out. You know, I've noticed that a lot of groups are sending, a lot of people are sending out Christmas cards. So these are kind of fun, especially if you're like in a group like Trashy Junk Journals or one of those. This is like a really fun, because all those ladies would really appreciate this type of an ornament too. You know, made from your, this one's made from painted book pages. Now you do want to use, you know, you do want to use something that's going to be a little bit more sturdier. Like, I don't know if I would use those dictionary pages that are like onion skin. But you could. Hey, there's no rules. Maybe you just would use more of them. All right, so that one's better. Now it's more lined up. Okay. I just have to put the, got to put my middle one back in. So anyway, that's what I've been doing. So tell me about what you guys have been up to. I want to hear all about you guys. I don't want to talk about me. I'm boring, you guys. I live such a boring life. There's nothing to talk about when it comes to me. I am boring, B-O-R-I-N-G. I am so boring. The most exciting thing that happened for us this weekend was, besides my pain in my shoulder, was the baby making her ridiculous, the little one making her ridiculous dream catcher. My life is so boring compared to everybody else's. I'm not saying that I don't have my Lucy moments where I do the most ridiculous, stupid things like hurting my shoulder and don't even know how I did it, but okay, now let me just glue the last one in and I'll be good. Yay! And you know what? You don't have to be as futzy as me. I'm just being futzy. So, but this is something super fun that you can make that really doesn't take as much time as I'm fiddling with it, but it doesn't take as much time if you line it up correctly and don't do what I did. And, you know, let them dry thoroughly and then put them in your card. It's just like just a little sweet memento, you know. And if you live in a place where you can get like a Chinese newspaper or a Japanese newspaper or a, you know, foreign language text, that's cool to send. I mean, mine's just painty papers, so what can I say? Right? Mine's just painty papers. But you guys get the idea, right? Can you see it? I don't know. Can you see it? Boring, no drama. I'm boring. I like being boring. Is not bad. Okay. So do you see? Like, this is the whole. Can you see it? Like, it's hard to. Can you see it? And then when you mail it flat, right? In your Christmas ornament, in your Christmas thing. In your Christmas card, you mail it flat. Now, if you wanted to use your stamps, if you guys have some cool stamps, you could do some good, cool stamping on it. And if you got fancy, you could even put a tassel on the bottom of it. But I'm just thinking about how can you mail it flat to your recipients? How could you, you know, how can you mail it flat? Nothing wrong with boring. Scotty, what happened? You fell? What? I remember. I just saw it. What happened? Yours is drama, Shannon? Oh, no drama for me. Mine's boring. This is a good thing, Barbara, to do it. You need six paper circles and one in the center. We'll do it again. I'll make it bigger this time, you guys. I won't make it this tiny circle. It's just I had my die cutting machine and I have one of those circle dies, and you know, anyway, it's super fun. And you need one. We'll make it. You know what? I'll do one with this big. With this, I'll make a template with this. But it's kind of fun. And you see, I used to do them when you did them with vellum. You could kind of see through them, you know, and they were like really cool and mystical. This one's done with painty papers, okay? You guys get the painty paper. You get the painty paper extravaganza. You stepped off the front porch and you rolled your left ankle. Oh my God. my God, that's awful. I'm so sorry, Scotty. Not good. So not good. So sorry. I have this circle punch. I'll show it to you. Let me see. I don't have my circle. Guys, don't even get me started. I had these grandiose plans, okay? I had Hottie bring in all of my stuff from the garage. Guess what? He took it all back out and put it in the garage. I did not feel good, you guys. I just couldn't muster doing it. I could not get myself together. I was just like, the pain was beyond me this week, and I just couldn't do it. So what you need is you need one chipboard or recycled packaging circle. Okay, so one of those. So let me see what. You guys, I didn't get anything done. I got 0 done. Nothing. Nothing. You could use wax paper. Jamie, use whatever you have. You know, hi Diana. Hi Mary. Hi Barbara, welcome. We're glad you're here. Welcome to our craziness. Okay, so you need one cardboard circle. Okay? Packaging circle. And then you need 6 other circles. Now they don't have to actually match. Let me see if I can get 6. Oh, I can get 6 out of this. What I might do with this, because this is that jelly printed, remember I made jelly printed newspaper? This might be too thin, so I wonder if I need to put paper on it. I don't know. I'll make it anyway. I was going to say, you might, if you think your paper's too thin, back it with something else. You know, back it with a book page or something before you cut it out, which I might still do. So then you just need 6. You need 7 circles total. 1 for the center, which is made out of cardboard or lightweight chipboard or packaging. And then you need 6 more. And I think making them out of these jelly prints is kind of good. Maybe what I'll do is, let me see if I can cut it in half and just cut them out at the same time. I'm sorry. Scotty, that's awful. I'm so sorry. That's just so not good. Sounds like something I would do, okay? I'm going to see if I can cut these all out at once, you guys. So if they'll be wonky, they'll all be wonky together. So this is 2, 4, and you probably don't even have any good scissors over here. 6. Oh, I do have a pair of good ones. They are nice when you make them with glitter paper, and they're nice when you use that, you know, that kids, oh my gosh, like puff paint or whatever, that sort of stuff too works really good on the ends of it. You can make this out of anything, you guys. You know me. If you can make it out of trash, I go for it. And by trash, I mean stuff that you would recycle. I don't mean actual trash. I had somebody write me a comment like, who wants to get anything that's made out of trash? And I just thought, oh, whatever. I gotta let that go, you know? So, but because we're all sending out Christmas cards and that sort of thing, and we're sending, at least if you guys want to come over and join Crafting Mamas, we're all sending out Christmas cards to each other. And for those that are participating, you can send to as many people or as few people as you'd like. The idea is just to do it within your budget. You know, it can be handmade or store-bought. I have a combination of both. I have these grandiose ideas, but I have to tell you, this pain thing is like kind of putting me in a ridiculous space where I'm not 100% myself. I'm definitely going to have to do something about it because I can't. It's been going on too long. And it seems like it's getting worse. I think I probably overdid it at Thanksgiving too, though. Okay, so here we are again. You've got your circle, and you've got your 6 circles. You want to fold it design side in the center, okay? So if you're using scrapbook paper and it's one-sided, you want the nice side on the inside. You just want to fold them all in half. Susan says chicken bone bookmarks. Yeah, that's right. Crafty trash. BJ says crafty trash is much better than a pickle dish from an army post. I don't know, BJ. I have been thinking about your pickle dish. I actually told my sister that story and we laughed because you know what? Our grandmother would have so given us that too. Our grandmother, anyway. My sister and I were laughing about holiday traditions and stuff. She went to her daughter's this year for Thanksgiving, and her daughter's engaged, and her daughter was having all of her fiance's parents over and everything, and my sister called me. I said, so how was it? My sister just shook her head. She goes, well, it wasn't the Thanksgiving we would have had. And I said, what do you mean? Let me see if I have 6. Yeah, I have 6. She said, she was so upset. She goes, I had to make stuffing in a crock pot. I said, what? She said, yeah, I had to make stuffing in a crock pot. I said, how would you make stuffing in a crock pot? She goes, don't ask. It did make a lasting memory, BJ. So we were laughing about stuffing in a crock pot, you guys. It's like, I understand. She meant that her daughter works all the time. She's sort of she works in the movie business, and she's like a movie, like does production. And so what happens is that she's never home. So, I mean, I totally understand and she just moved into a new house. And, you know, if you're never home and you don't really cook for a family, I mean, you cook for yourself, or maybe she doesn't even cook. I mean, she knows how to cook, but maybe she doesn't even cook for herself anymore because she works so much. All right, you guys, don't make the mistake I made before. So I say do the front and back first before you add the third part in. Do the front one. Do all 4 of the pieces before you add the center one in to make sure that it lines up, to make sure you're guys, these don't have to be perfect. Just remember that. But it does look good if they open up the same way. So I've got 2 on one side. I'm going to flip it over and put my 2 on the other side so I can line them up. Now I've done these with just paper where you just keep putting the paper and you don't put the hard thing in the middle. That is a challenge. And if you want to get all perfect with it, guys, I'm not a perfect kind of person anyway. But it is kind of good to line your, and you can also trim off if you don't like what you've got going on. Like if you've got extra, like I didn't cut these perfectly. They're not perfectly cut circles, so there's like extra hanging over a little. But it would be something fun to make with your kids if you have kids or grandkids. Super fun to make with them. And obviously not as difficult as I'm making it for myself, okay? I just want to make sure those 2 sides kind of line up. Okay, they do. Now I'm going to go ahead and glue in the center one, and then I'll get my string. And you can use school glue. You don't have to use like Elmer's Extreme or whatever. I just don't. This is what I had right here. You guys, I am going to do a tiny bit of Christmas shopping, but I haven't done anything. I take that back. I did on Black Friday. I did a tiny bit via maybe Black Friday. I don't know if it was Black Friday, or if I did it the next day on Saturday. I did a tiny bit of internet shopping just because one of my kids wanted a pair of tennis shoes, and the only place you could get them was online. So I bought that. You guys, I really didn't do. I don't have any gold thread. It's going to get the purpley thread. I don't even have any black thread. This one's going to get purpley thread because this is what I have, and I'll just have to be good with it. I didn't have any, so that's it, you guys. That was the extent of my exciting shopping. I bought shoes. One of my kids wanted some tennis shoes, which I had to order, and I bought I buy my former mother-in-law cheese every year from a certain college that sells cheese in Washington. Cheese is amazing. Comes in a huge can. It looks like it's tuna fish, but it's really the most amazing. That's how they fundraise their dairy department, and it's really amazing. And it's like this really sharp cheddar cheese, and she likes cheese. Pat can't chat during the thing. She can only listen. So Diana is saying, hi, Pat. You can't make envelopes, so you're compensating? Oh, you guys, somebody wrote me this whole thing about, like, they were stressing out because they couldn't make, they didn't have any napkins. I said, send what you have. This is not supposed to be a stressful swap. It's supposed to be just something fun. It's supposed to be like, this was fun. I really enjoyed it, and that's it. So what, Scotty? Big deal. You know, it's like not the end of the world. Don't get yourself all stressed out. It is not the end of the world. I'm sure whoever you're sending to can make their own envelopes. Seriously. Oh, I actually like this one. Okay, like, look. Now, I mean, it needs to dry. And if you're using super thin paper pages, you might want to, if you're using super thin pages, you could go back and, you know, double up on your pages. Like this one's just, this is having a moment here. Come on. You could go back and use, you know, line your pages with book pages. You know, especially if they're super thin. Like if whoever's doing wax paper, you might have to double up your wax paper. Like, I don't know. You may have to double up your wax paper. Anyway, you guys, it's just the thought. It's not like, girls, I have been in so many groups where they do swaps and people get their noses all bent out of shape, and I don't know. That's not what I want this to be. I want it to be fun, and I want you guys to all enjoy it, and for it not to be stressful. I mean, I know it's our nature to like stress out over stuff. At least it's mine. But I'm gonna try not to. Okay, now I like this one. I may have to go back and like, maybe I'll cut off the green part, or maybe I'll use a gold marker because that's where I signed it. I mean, I did it in green, but you get the general idea, and it's gonna look great on a tree. It's gonna look really great on a tree. Hi, Liz, how are you? Oh no, you're already back at work, Liz? Wow. Well, I don't want anybody to stress out, okay? And I don't want anybody to get their feelings hurt if the swap wasn't perfect for them, like if they sent something better than what they got. You guys, if you swap over time, it inevitably happens that somebody's skill level is better than yours or worse than yours. Just ride with it and be kind, you know? You're having fun, Ann? Oh, good. Well, Malia, it's more fun with things you make. People, you know, people can buy anything. What did Kathy say? I missed what you said. Okay, so what do you guys think? So this is Painty Paper Ornament 1. This is Painty Paper Ornament 2. Shannon says swamp. Lisa, it will be fun. You will enjoy it. You're walking with no walker and no cane and no brain either. Oh, Liz, I'm so happy that you're walking and everything's going well. You know what, Diana? That's why I say get yourself some packing tape and pack it. I think they purposefully make them flimsier now, Diana. You like the bigger one? Well, it's just a test, but I'm just saying to you. So, do you see these were from my painty papers? I mean, you can see the $2.99 or $3.99 for my grocery store shopping. Hi, Carla. So, this is super easy, and you guys that are participating in the Christmas card swap, I'm not telling you you have to put one in, but if you got to making yourself a few, wanted to add some in, add it. Add a couple of your painty papers. I mean, except obviously to the people that, because we did add a friend of Carla's, and then I did add my friend that's 85, and you know, feel free if you guys know somebody that could really use a Christmas card or a Christmas pickup. I mean, then add them to the list. Trish says, I love when I rack stuff and see how they use it. Well, I use those Project Life cards. I love those Project Life cards. I'm telling you, I've been like going to town on them. I probably have a few here. And then it made me dig out some more Project Life cards so that I could do them. So I love those. So I'm going to keep making a few more of these. We could make some tags too. I did not bring myself stuff over to make the texture paste. If you guys want to make texture paste, we can do it today, or we can do it another day too. It's not like it's going to go anywhere. Hi, Renee. Suzanne Renee. Jamie says, this is her first swap or rack of any kind that you get. Oh, you've sent some, but you've never got any. Oh, Jamie, I'm sure somebody's going to, whoever you got as a partner is going to love it and send you some cool stuff. Oh, Malia, I don't like that. The hard part is when you send out a rack, put your name in it. Or at least put who you are on Facebook. Because can I tell you, sometimes, I mean, it's a surprise when the person gets it. But when I don't know who it's from, it's kind of stressful. I don't know. You know what? That's why, you know what I would do before you send out a rack in our group? Okay, first of all, Lisa's saying, what do you sign to send a card to somebody you don't know? Which is a really great thing. Well, remember we all sent Noni's grandma cards when we didn't know her and we wished her a happy 100th birthday? Well, Carla's friend, she just lost both of her sons recently. And I know she's going through a hard time. So you could just say, like, you know, sending you lots of love this holiday season and wishing you a happy new year. From your friend, you know, or from your Secret Santa, and you can, from your Secret Santa Liz, right? Or you could say from Santa's little helper, or something like that, something really cheery. You could also write a note. You could also write a note in there. You appreciate my honesty, Carolina? Please. I think sometimes I'm too honest, right? I think so. For my friend that's 85, I know she's not going to get any Christmas cards. And actually, you guys, she's my aunt. She's my mom's sister. And she's 85. And she just lived through that horrible storm in Dickinson in Texas. And I was talking to her the other day, and she's really lonely. And so, no, I didn't tell her that I was going to put her name on a list. But we were talking about my mom, because my mom was always the queen of sending cards, you know? And my mother never forgot a birthday or an anniversary, or just, and my mother made amazing cards too, because she was the original trash picker way before me. She could make recycled greeting cards like nothing. Out of everything. Anyway, so, you know, you could just write her a little note. Her name is Pat. You could just say, you could tell her you're my friend. I'm one of Shelly's friends, or I craft with Shelly, and you know, just wanted to send you a little note to say happy, you know, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy new year, or anything, you know. She's going to be 86 in January, and she asked me if I would come and see her. So the cool thing is her house was insured. So she went to stay with some of our family friends. She's got, of course, pets. And she didn't want to leave them because we all tried to get her, like I said, I'd fly down, she could come stay here, but she didn't want to do that. And anyway, so so her house is back together and it looks brand new. You know, they gutted it and everything, and it's not a huge house or anything, but she's, you know, she's not living in mold. So that was like one good thing. I think I'm going to make this. Now, I realize that mine are not Christmas colors. You guys, it doesn't matter. Hi, Lori. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, you can just say anything. Think about this. If you don't ever get a Christmas card and somebody takes 5 minutes to sit down and say, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful new year and enjoy the holiday season. And sometimes I write notes, like, I remember I would send random Christmas cards. My mother had lots of friends when she was still living, and anyway, my mom died like 10, 11, almost 11 years ago. My mom would be 80, she'd be 88 maybe? I think my mom would be 88 if she's still alive. Anyway, I used to send notes to her friends. She would say, could you write a note to my friend? And she never told me what to write. So I would write all kinds of stuff, like say, hi, I'm Shelly and I live in Hawaii. And, where I live, Christmas is much different than where you are. We don't really have seasons here. So it's kind of, people still blow up snowmen in their yard and Santa on a reindeer and stuff like that. But it's pretty funny to see it with palm trees. Wishing you a happy holiday season from your, hi Marcy, from Santa's little elf. Hi Marcy, we're happy to see you. Hi Amberly. So, I don't know, you can write whatever you want. You don't like the blow up things? Well, they have them here. I'll have to take some pictures and post them in our Facebook group, and then you guys can have a good laugh. And you can say, you can all be envious of my ridiculousness. So anyway, I'm going to make another one. I'm going to make it out of this neon green one. So, you guys, it's supposed to be fun. Now, my aunt's name is Pat. Vicky, the lady that Carla has a friend who lost two of her, Carla Frizzell has a friend who lost two of her children recently. I added her into the holiday card list. And what's her name, Carla? What's her name, Carla? I don't remember. I'm terrible with names. We're happy you're here, Marcy. What time is it? Like 1 in the morning or 2 in the morning your time? Carolyn says she has a view she had growing up in Florida of seeing Santa dressed in Bermuda shorts. That's awesome. And skiing on the water in Tampa. That's awesome. We do have that sort of thing, like Santa on a surfboard. That's awesome. Well, Vicki, you know what? It's in the Christmas card list. So if you go over to the Christmas card list, you can see it. Yeah, it's fairly close together, like maybe a year apart or something like that, Lisa. Carla can tell you more than me, but anyway, it was sad all the same, and it made me sad, and I don't know. I'm sure she may be getting condolence cards, but a Christmas card probably would make her feel a whole lot better, don't you think, than a condolence card? That's what I think, but what do I know? I'm going to draw this darker. I can't see it. Guys, I'm blind on top of it all. It's like I'm blind on top of it all. 2 kids, yes. Sons, I think. Hebbies do not understand crafting. They send Christmas cards in Texas, Susan. They totally do. What are you talking about? When I was growing up there, my mother used to send out 500 Christmas cards a year. And that was back when you like went and had your Christmas cards like done somewhere. Did anybody ever do that? Where you guys went and had your Christmas cards like you ordered them from a catalog, and then they came with the, hi Kayla. Yeah, Santa comes in a canoe led by dolphins. You're absolutely right. Hang on one second. Sweetheart, your friend is outside, and if you want to go, you can go, but you have to take the dog, and you have to watch the dog. Okay? Just go tell him you're coming out. So, my sweetie got a little bit in trouble earlier because she was outside with the dog, but she wasn't watching the dog, and the dog was running around. And the dog is a master, Charlie is a master contortionist and can get out of her can get out of her harness. And so then the next thing I know, my neighbor who's like packing her car up to go somewhere, Charlie's in the back of my neighbor's car, and I just happened to look out. I mean, it wasn't like, so I just said, look, and if she leaves the dog in, while she's out, the dog wants to be out, and the dog will just howl while we're in our live stream. So that's why I told her, and so she got a little bit in trouble, so she had to come back in. But now she seems like she'll be better now, because she was upset that she had to come in. Charlie sort of had a rough day today. Charlie got shut in the door. Charlie likes to run out when you have the door open, and I was carrying the laundry in and out and shut her tail in the door, so that was a big trauma earlier. So, ridiculousness. Yeah, I posted her address in the Christmas card thing, and if you go through and read the list, you don't have to send to everybody, but, send it to as many as you can, or you feel like, Like I figured, that's why I figure I'll make some and I'll buy some, and I bought some. I bought some kind of fun Hawaii ones when I went to the store the other day, and then I'll make some, and with the exception of my aunt and Carla's friend, I'll add something to mine, like either one of these silly ornaments, or a small piece of painty paper, or maybe an ATC, or I don't know. I'll add something. Susan is a collector. She says she's an admirer, not a crafter, but I have to tell you, she made the most beautiful birthday card for Noni's grandmother's birthday. So can I tell you something? She really is a crafter. She's just faking it. She be faking it. She be faking. She be faking. She's a crafter. She's a crafter. Totally a crafter. She's just faking it. Chuck is not worthless with crafting. Okay? I saw Chuck's birthday card. Chuck's birthday card was good. Hi, Tracy. Did all you guys go over and how many of you guys made Tracy It's Nana's Place have entered her giveaway? How many of you guys have gone over, subbied, and made the journal page and entered a giveaway? I think there's still time. Okay, guys, so when I had Hottie bring all my stuff, Jillian, you're hilarious. When I had Hottie bring me all this, Jillian, Susan is Chuck. Susan is Chuck. She is Chuck. She is Chuck. So in one of our other groups, there's a million Susans. Anyway, I was asking him to help me bring in my stuff because I was looking for some stuff, and he didn't complain, but he was bringing in stuff, and I could hear his wheels going. He's probably like thinking like, what in the world? Why does this woman need all this stuff, right? He didn't say a word. He did not say a word. He does ask, though. He goes, what did you make today? I mean, he'll ask me stuff like that. Today, I was in so much pain earlier, and he was like, are you going to be okay? I said, well, I'd take a bunch of ibuprofen. I'm going to put on my Aspirin cream. Guys, that stuff is kind of miracle working. Did any of you guys ever used it? Honestly, I have never. I mean, maybe I did a million years ago, but he bought me some, and I have to tell you, it doesn't last, but it lasts for long enough to do a live stream. And then I'll probably be hobbling, but you know what I mean, in pain, but it lasts long enough to do a live stream. All right, for those of you just joining us, we're making these paper ornaments. So what I've realized is it's better to put two on, you fold them in half, put two on one side, then flip it over and do two on the other. You can see mine aren't even, but I'm going to go with it, and it's okay. I cut them all the same by hand, so they'll be off all the same. And then put the middle one in between afterwards. So you want to definitely make sure this part is lined up to the other side, at least the center part. Okay, you have an hour, okay? Oh, guys, the poor Charlie, when she got her tail, when I caught her tail in the door, oh my God, it was awful. She was I didn't know she was behind me, and she ran in and out. Felt so bad. Okay, this is what it is so far. Now I'm going to glue in the center ones. And you could trim it and make it more even and more better, but I'm not going to worry about it. So Hadi didn't say anything about he did not say anything about my about my crafting, about my bringing in the boxes. He did say I needed to decide, so he quit having to move them back in and out. Scotty says she has prescription. She has prescription pain gel, and she currently rubs it all over her body except for her head. Scotty, I'm telling you, this one has done me in. I have been in so much pain, it's made me sick to my stomach, which I have to tell you, I was like shocked. I was like, oh my God, this is like really bad. Let me get out a little bit of wet glue. Did any of you guys hit up? Yeah, I need to go get some lidocaine patches. That Aspercream has lidocaine in it. What I'd really like to do is, I think we've narrowed it down to that I have a pinched nerve. I don't think it's my rotator cuff. I think I have a pinched nerve. At least that's what the acupuncturist said to me today. And so we'll see. All I can tell you guys is that one wrong move and I am in the worst pain. Hi, Cassandra. How are you? Hi, Sherry. Yeah, Lomi. Yeah, I have my friend. Remember I telling you I was helping my friend? She was going to move back to Oahu to take care of her mom while her mom passed. And so she's not back yet, but she is she does an amazing Lomi masseuse. Problem is, Kayla, I don't like people to touch me. Is that weird? I know some people just love going and having massages. I have I don't know. I'm weird. I admit it. I'm weird. So I'm going to wait till she gets back. I think it'll be soon, so. I'm liking this one. So did any of you guys get any Black Friday crafting sales? I know there was a bunch. Somebody sent me something for Sizzix. They were having something over at Sizzix. They may still even be having it. I don't know. Somebody sent something today. Was it you, Cassandra, that said scrapbooking.com is having something? Which looked good. You're the same as me, Malia? I don't know. I'm weird. Susan says touch me. She likes people to touch her. I don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't. Just don't. Now, I can't wait to see what you guys make, because I'm sure yours will be way better than mine. They always are. I do one little thing, and you guys go the whole 9 yards, and they look amazing. But for being paper, you know, I think they're pretty cool. For being painty paper ornaments. What do you guys think? What do you think about this one? Do you like this one? It's kind of hard. It's hard to see them like this. I'll try to take a picture. We were going to put up our tree, and you guys, I didn't even do it. My daughter was like, I just couldn't do it. We have an artificial tree. But it requires, like, you know, getting it out and everything. And I just couldn't do it. I asked Hottie to, and he said he would, but he was busy too, so he didn't do it either. So even your ugly painty papers, I think they come out good. What did you do? You got a good sale at Women Within? What did you get, Scotty? I missed what you got. So even my ugly painty papers can make, so let them dry thoroughly and then fold them in half and stick them in your Christmas card or to your secret sister. Make sure you sign it and put the year on it. And, you know, I think they would be happy to get something from you. I didn't even check to see if these are racy book pages. You guys know with my luck they could all be racy book pages because that's just how I roll. Your Crafty Hodges cards are awesome. Jamie got 70 pounds of cat litter for $17. Hi, Dawn. Dawn says she got a few stamps on Black Friday from Purple Onion Designs and Newton's Nooks. I don't know those places. What did you got something from? I missed what you got, Malia. Liz says reordered cat litter for Cyber Monday. You're so hilarious. Hi, Lucinda. How are you? Yours are so cool. Your postcards are so cool. We love them. Cassandra says she dug out her old Christmas tree and she still looks good for 25. Hey, that's awesome. Ours isn't that old, but throat coat for my cough. I think my cough is just, you guys, it's been raining here, which is great because we need the rain, but it's been raining non-stop. If you guys saw a picture of my front yard, it looks like, I don't know. So I've made 3. My front yard looks like a jungle. I've made 3 and they need to dry, but I think they'll be kind of cool perkied up. And one of them, this one's out of a grocery store flyer, painty paper. So this is what I mean. So like this one's not as, see how this one's just out of book pages and it sort of does it on its own? This one, the pages are a little more flimsy. So you may, depending upon if you, how thin your pages are, you may want to, you may consider backing them. So you got a crocodile, you got the big dial for 16 bucks. Oh, Cassandra, that's a great deal. That's a really good deal. You know what? Some places are extending their holiday sales till even today. I got a bunch of emails from places saying, "Oh, we're still doing our Cyber Monday deal or whatever." So I don't know if it's totally over everywhere, but you know, all these places are having sales right now. Hi, Samantha. Oh, Malia, you know what? If you don't need it, don't worry about it. Hey, Laura. You hurt your arm too, Samantha? Oh, no. Lurk away, lurk away. Yeah, I'm not a crowd person either, Malia. I'm really not. Okay, I like this painty paper. This one might make a cool ornament too. So I can't wait to see which ones you guys make. And if you don't make them out of painty papers, don't. Make them out of whatever you want. I mean, they'll be beautiful out of scrapbook paper too. If you have that scrapbook paper that you haven't used in a long time, ooh, use it away. Use it up. You know, they'll be awesome out of that. You got new PJs? Good for you. guys are so funny. Yeah, you guys give me a thumbs up. I'd love that. That'd be awesome. I'm going to see if maybe I'll make a couple of small ones. I just wonder how many. Maybe I'll make a, let me see. Maybe I'll make a bigger one. Maybe I'll make a bigger one. Laura says she's making a waterfall gratitude journal. Awesome. Good for you. I got some cool Happy Meal, and I will show it to you guys. I was so surprised. I was in bed the whole weekend. I was in so much pain that I didn't do anything that I had planned. I think I really overdid it on Thursday. I think Thursday was I overdid it day. And so I didn't do anything. I had so many plans. I was in so much pain, it was ridiculous. And my 19-year-old daughter, she did her Black Friday shopping. She did great. She always waits to buy herself clothes and stuff that she needs for like those days or right after Christmas. So she needed some shoes. So she found herself like these tennis shoes that she'd wanted. And I guess they were like some crazy Black Friday price, like $7 instead of the $57 that they normally are. You've been hoarding scrapbook scraps? Yeah, make your serendipity paper. These would be rocking out of serendipity paper. I would love that. Yep, and they don't have to be all the same all the way around. I think it would be awesome, and I love what you guys are doing with your scrapbook paper. I think that's awesome, Trish. You're like rocking it, you know? I'm sort of hoarding the pieces of scrapbook paper you sent me, Trish. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I'm in the process of trying to, well, I was going to finish all these journals that I'm almost done with. But you guys, I couldn't. My shoulder hurt so bad that, and I didn't, not to sound so stupid, but like sitting in a chair for a long period of time, the throbbing would start. I don't know. It was just ridiculous. And you don't realize, like, even though I'm only using my right hand and it's my left shoulder, I'm using my left hand, my left shoulder. So anyway, I loved what you guys are doing with your scrapbook paper. Guys, nothing can be complete with gardening in my neighborhood without a blower, okay? Like, they've never heard of a broom, so they just have to blow everything. So, I'm sorry it's loud, but it's just what it is. I cannot fix it. Yeah, it's pretty bad. You have a heavy box of scrapbook paper scraps. Ooh. You're making ornament cards out of acrylic pours. Nana, Tracy, your acrylic pours are gorgeous. So I bet your ornaments are going to come out amazing. I bet they're going to come out amazing. You guys, get out that junk mail too. You can make some rockin' great ornaments out of junk mail. You could make some rockin' good ornaments out of junk mail. Well, did you guys see Shannon Green's having a Black Friday sale until this Friday? So if anybody didn't get their custom keeper, go over and get one. She's doing, I think, 25% off, I think. I think it's 25% off. I don't know what it is. I saw it in my email. So I think that's super awesome. So if anybody wanted a Shannon Green custom keeper, head on over there and get yourself one. That's still going on. She's still having her sale. I haven't done anything with my custom keeper yet. I wanted to I was going to paint because Vicky painted hers and hers came out awesome. I was going to paint mine, but I kind of like the weirdness of it. Like I kind of like the weird thing that's going on already on the custom keeper. So I'm making a cover for mine. So when I feel a little bit better, I'll show you. I made it out of fabric paper. Made some out of my own fabric paper. Sorry guys, I cannot do anything about the neighbor. He is a man with a leaf blower, and he is going to blow leaves because that's just what happens. Guys, I can't win for losing sometimes, you know? It's like, you seriously want to say to them, no, dude, you don't have to, like, blow the leaves, blow what you just cut. You could break it up. You could actually, but I think leaf blowers are a thing. I think definitely get one from Cassandra. Get one. She made a new size one, a 12 by 12 one that'll fit 12 by 12 scrapbook paper, and I thought about, not that I need another thing, but I thought about getting one for myself, but I haven't. I think her sale's on until Friday, so I have till Friday to like continue to mull it over in my head. Yeah, please, everybody share your creations on the Crafting Moments Facebook page. We appreciate it. We love seeing what you guys are doing. I do. I mean, that was the whole reason I started it, was so that I could, because we would talk, we would be here together, and then you guys would go off and make some cool stuff, and then I didn't get to see it, or you know what I mean. So it would be super cool if you share on our Facebook page. I would love that. It's awesome. Awesome, awesome sauce. If you share on our Facebook page. That is my neighbor's dog. Remember I told you my neighbor who says, why can't I keep the birds from pooping in her yard? That's her dog. It doesn't seem to bother her that the dog barks incessantly. I don't even know if she notices that the dog barks incessantly, but we all notice that the dog barks incessantly. She actually has two. And they bark at anything and anyone that walks by. And I don't even think she notices. Now, I bet you she would notice if it was Charlie with my dog, if Charlie was outside barking. I bet you I would never hear the end of that, right? I would not. I'm just trying to make sure mine line up. Just the four of them. They don't even have to be perfect, but I just want to make sure that they line up enough. I'm sure if Charlie had decided to like have a barkathon, I wouldn't hear the end of it. I'm sure that I'm sure I would hear like, your dog is barking and you need to deal with your dog and your dog is barking, right? But because Charlie doesn't really bark too much at anybody else. She just barks when the kids are outside because she wants to be outside. Give me your phone number. How close to my house? It's across the street from my house. It's across the street from my house. Well, kind of. I live on the corner. It's like on the other side of my house. I don't know. My tree, our backyards butt up to each other, but it's in her. I'd have to take a picture of it for you to see it. It's not that close. It's close enough, but it's loud. I mean, everybody down the block hears it. Everybody down the block hears it. It's loud enough for everyone to know that her dogs are barking. she's the one that every single time Hottie's outside, she's like mowing the lawn. She has to come over and talk to him. I laugh. I told him she has a crush on him. He's like, oh my God. You know, he just is like, he's too through with it all. He's like, seriously. Because she gets upset because the birds poop in her yard and we have a big tree that overhangs. Anyway. I live on a corner, so she's like on the back corner of my house. And so that's how loud her dogs are. You can hear it. I need thinner string. This is going to take up too much room. I need thinner string. So, you guys, it's never dull here. Maybe a little boring, but never dull. What did you guys say? Boring is good? Boring is good, so boring's good for me. She probably doesn't like children's voice. And the thing is that we live in a neighborhood that is a really old neighborhood. According to a friend of mine who knows all the history of Maui, which I don't, this was one of the first neighborhoods where immigrant workers could buy homes. And this was the neighborhood I live in was an old Japanese neighborhood. And and she's Japanese, so she maybe have lived here since I don't know how old the neighborhood is, but it's an older neighborhood. Most of the kids have all grown up. Just recently, when we moved, we've lived in this neighborhood just a couple of years. And we moved into this neighborhood, and then other people have been moving in, are their kids. And they, and it's great. It's great for the kids. It's really super safe. The kids say it's a terrible neighborhood to trick-or-treat in because, although I buy candy, hardly anyone comes trick-or-treating. So we go to I told you guys the whole trick-or-treating thing. But anyway, it's a really safe neighborhood. And we live in a cul-de-sac, so not a lot of traffic and that sort of thing. So, we live in a really sacred area of Maui, which I love. One of my favorite places. And so, I like it actually, where we live. But you're probably right, Joyce. She probably doesn't like kids. But that's okay. It is okay. Now this one I definitely have to trim because I didn't cut them all the same. But it doesn't really matter at this point. Until it dries, I'm not going to mess with it. But once it dries, I'll trim it so that it matches a little bit better. But it's still pretty cool considering it is just a newspaper, painty paper. I don't know if you can see the jelly printed painty paper ornament. So I think it's kind of cool. Hi, Cheryl. How are you? All you lurkers say hey. We are making, I'm sorry, I've got glue in my hands. We are making just little ornaments because over in our Facebook group, and everybody's welcome to join, over in our Facebook group, we are doing a Christmas card swap or Christmas card exchange. And so this is just something extra if you wanted to put in your Christmas card. Jelly printed papers are sad. Your jelly print papers are sad? Marcy, I highly doubt that. Okay, I highly doubt your jelly. Marcy, we've seen your artwork. So this is what we're making. We're making these little painty paper ornaments. And then you can put them inside of a Christmas card. And then whoever gets it can open them up and hang them on their tree. Don't forget to sign them though and date them. So this is the one that I made earlier. It's made out of, this is jelly printed newspaper. You know the newspaper flyers, like if you find, like one of them says, I know one of them says like $7.99 somewhere on it. Where is it? One of these segments says $7.99 or $6.99 or something. Here it is right here. See, one of the segments says $7.99. And but you can make yours out of scrapbook paper. You don't have to make it just because I like crafting with recycled materials. I'm not saying this is for everyone. This is made out of book pages, and if you guys have altered any books, you have lots of book pages, and these are just painted book pages. And maybe not my favorite ones. Maybe I hadn't, because some of them were still in process. And this was another one, painted book pages, right? Just super simple, so that you could just mail it if you wanted to include it. And this is a same newspaper flyer. Newspaper flyer, I love painting on those. Don't ask me why. It's so silly, I realize that. Like the sale paper from your grocery store. And then they'll hang, I don't have a camera that faces front. Hi, Amberly. You're making lasagna? Yum. We're coming right over. Yeah, Susan says, we'll post them, Marcy, and make us all cry. We know that your papers are awesome. You can cry right here. Cry, Renee. Cry right here. You need a good cry. Honey, let it out. Hi, Crafty Panda. Let it all out. I needed to cry today, too, you guys. I hit my shoulder when I was carrying in the laundry, and I was like, I just want to sit down and cry. Just want to sit down and cry. But I didn't. Didn't cry. I needed to, but I didn't cry. I think this one might make a good one, too. Maybe I'll make a small one out of this. I don't know. I'm liking these. I'm going to put these on my tree. I know you can't really see. You don't really get a good picture of them, but I think they're kind of cool. Renee, you came up with it, right? Craft or cry. You're slow these days, Samantha. I totally get it. We love you, Renee. You can cry. You can cry all you need to. You can cry all you need to. All right, all you lurkers, say hey. Lurkers, say hey. I'm going to put mine through a die cutting machine really quick. I'm going to put my cardboard. I'm going to see if I can, I guess I may not even be able to pick up the die cutting machine. They are fun, Cassandra. This is definitely something you could do with your kids. You could even use their homework. You know, how many of you guys have kids and you have all their school papers? It's another Christmas ornament you can make with your kids' school papers, because Lord knows that we have tons of them and we don't even know what to do with them, right? Lord knows that we have tons of those papers and we have nothing to do with them. Am I right? Am I right? And this is a cornflakes box. My littlest one is on a cornflakes kick, so you're eating cornflakes. Are any of you guys the kind of parent that just kind of goes with whatever your kid's eating at the moment and you don't really like make it a big deal? And you just go with it? How many of you have a die cutting machine? This is my Big Shot and I love it. I've had it for a while. I like it because I don't think that you can, if you have arthritis, it's probably not the best thing for you because it is a hand crank machine. The die that I'm using, somebody's going to ask me, this is an old red Sizzix circle die. And I'm going to stick it on these two bigger circles on the end. And putting my two plates in it, the cutting plates. And then cranking it through. And that is it. You got a wet? I missed it. Yeah, throw some glitter on them, Malia. Glitter will fix it. Glitter fixes everything, you guys. Glitter works. Glitter fixes everything. All right, let me see which one of these. Guys, I love my Big Shot. And before you guys go buy one brand new, check on Craigslist. See what you can find. I mean, you know, see what you can find on Craigslist. My vote is buy it. If you can buy it used, do it. If you can buy them used, buy them used. Buy your machine used. If you know, that's what I say. But you know, do what your heart tells you. They do have some good sales and some good bundles. But if you can afford to buy them, you can get so many. Lots of people like let go of their machines, let go of their stuff. I don't know. What are they, new girls? I don't know because I haven't bought one in years, so I don't know what it is, but I like it. Gold paint is a fixer too. I agree. Susan makes you cry. I'm sorry. Susan, why are you making her cry? What happened? I missed it. I'm trying to get my paper down so that I can run it through my die cutting machine. And you guys are crying. I'm sorry. You want a pretty one like mine? I don't necessarily think it's pretty, but you know what? I bought mine when it was on sale. You know, Sizzix has a couple of ones that it's the same machine. Like one of them's called a Fabi, F-A-B-I, and it's the same as this. It's just made, they just market it toward fabric. And then they have one called a Vintage, which is for jewelry, but it's the same machine. They just market it. So you use the same plates and the same dies. Sometimes they're cheaper. Sometimes like the Fabi is cheaper than the Fabi, and the Vintage will be cheaper than the regular Big Shot. And then they have a Tim Holtz one which is called, what's it called, Scotty? You got it. I have one too, but I bought mine secondhand, the electric one. What's it called? Vagabond. And I bought it from a lady who was not crafting anymore. She just was like, I'm not crafting, I'm downsizing, and she sold it to me with a bunch of dies for really cheap. Guys, I smashed it together and now I can't get it apart. Malia, look for your dies on Craigslist or look for them in these, you know, there's so many of these groups on Facebook that are, you know, craft reselling groups. You can get some good deals, especially if somebody's like on to something else, like especially if they're on to like a scan and cut or they're on to something that no longer uses dies. You could clean up. Amberly, the same thing. Look, I mean, you guys, there's a bunch of them on there. There's one that I really love. There's a group I love, and I think I've put it in our Facebook group. It's called Crafty Paws, because all the money, the ladies that run it, they rescue dogs, and all the money goes to spade, neuter, transport dogs. It's a nonprofit. So they sell used scrapbooking. People donate their scrapbooking supplies, and they sell scrapbooking supplies on Facebook. There's a couple of them. I'll try. You know what? I'll try to make a file in our Facebook group so you guys can see them. Yeah, I don't buy any of my dies when I buy them all on sale. And people also, I mean, you can find people that also de-stash on YouTube too. You know? I'm liking this painty paper one. I'm liking it. Let me just make sure the other side's the same. So, you know, I would say check and see. There's all kinds of de-stash groups. What are you guys talking about? Amberly said she was born with glitter erupting from her mother's womb. Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. So I would definitely check before you buy anything new. I would just check. I mean, you may not, and then some of those groups, they have in search of files, which are really helpful. Like if you're in search of a certain die or you're in search of a certain stamp set or whatever. Yeah, if you're in search of it, then if somebody has one, you know, it's like a cool play. It's a cool way to collect, to buy and sell scrapbooking supplies. Now, some of the stuff I don't know much about because I'm not a a scrapbook layouter. So like they have all these things that they sell that I'm like, I have no idea what that product is. But if you know, then you get some good deals on it. You know, I'm a card maker, but I make my own cards, you know, like my own way. I don't necessarily do the whole card thing with the way people do them. You saw one on eBay for $60. What yeah, and they can ship them to you in a flat rate box. They will fit in a large flat rate box. But if you guys have USPS regional, that is cheaper than anything. Obviously, I can't have that because I don't live regionally to anybody. Grace, the old red one works great though. The old red Sizzix works great. They still sell those, you know, they still sell them new. They still sell them new. Sizzix made a, what's the parent company of it? Edison, or I don't know, whatever the name, Ellison? Is that the parent name of it? They made an electric Big Shot that looks like the one I have right now. But I think it's only sold in England and in Canada and stuff like that right now. Oh, Scotty, hope you feel better. You don't have any flat rate things in Vancouver? Well, you guys, I think the post office has one on all of us. You know, it's just going to take somebody that has like the same infrastructure or can have the same, close to the same infrastructure as the post office to come in and help the post office out to like no longer be, because I don't know about you guys, but our post office sucks. It's like, anyway, don't even get me started about our post office. We have the most ridiculous, I don't know. Like I was having an argument, like I ordered something, I ordered some Halloween dies from somebody last year or the year before. And the order said it came, but it was never delivered, you guys. I live, nobody around here crafts or scrapbooks, and the neighborhood I live in, nobody's going to hoard my crafting dies or whatever. And I said, it says it was delivered, but I never received it. So, like, where is it? You know? Like, if I get somebody else's mail, I take it to them. And I called the company and they were like, no, it was delivered. And I was like, okay. So then I was just on the postman because it wasn't cheap. I mean, it wasn't super expensive or anything, but still, it was like under $20. But still, it was still, I wanted it for this specific thing I was doing. Anyway, he was like, if I put it in, if it says it's delivered, I put it in your mailbox. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. So, needless to say, I never found it, never got it. Then, like, I don't know, 6 months later, our postman was on vacation, and this other postman was, you know, the relief postman or whatever, came, and all of a sudden, magically, my dies appeared. And I said something to him. I said, dude, I said, where did this come from? He goes, oh, it was sitting on the back of the shelf in the undeliverable. I said, it has my address plain as day on it. He goes, oh, I don't know, it just must have gotten mixed in there. And he goes, I'm new from, I don't know, he was relieving him from, he was basically here for like a few months, relieving some postman, being the relief post person. So, you guys, I'm just like, whatever. I can't even. So when my postman came back, I saved the package. I said, oh, by the way, here's the package. And he was like, well, it wasn't there. And I said, well, how did the relief postman find it? You know what I mean? This is somebody like from California that came to relief. Okay, this is my favorite one so far. Okay, can you see the painting paper? I think it's because it's got gold in it. Gold and pink. Can you see? I don't know how good you guys can see it. CJ! CJ, what's up? CJ. Hello, CJ. What's up, CJ? CJ, CJ. CJ. Oh, oh, CJ. CJ. Talk back to us, CJ. CJ, are you here? CJ. CJ. CJ, are you okay? What's going on? What? CJ, where are you? What's going on, CJ? Tell us what's going on. Hi, Rabbit. CJ, what's going on? CJ, are you around? Can you just speak out? Can you say hey? I don't know what's going on with CJ. I just looked up and they said something about CJ, so I'm just like, I don't know. Don't know what I was talking about either. Hi, Joyce. What happened? What's going on? Oh, your chat. Okay. CJ's fine. Her cat keeps turning her chat off. Okay? She's fine. Oh, your chat looked weird. Hey, but you know what? We're glad you're okay. We're glad you're okay. You girls are on it. Thank you, girls. I'm sorry I didn't see it. We were a little bit worried about you there, CJ. So I'm liking this one's my favorite one so far. So this is what I've made so far. I've made, okay, everybody, all you lurkers, say hey. Give me a thumbs up if you're enjoying yourself. Okay, so this is what we've made so far. It's taken me a million years, but we've made one out of paper. We've made 3 out of book pages. We have made 2 out of painty grocery store flyers. She was king in random numbers. I made you laugh, CJ. Well, at least I made you laugh. You're making all the girls worried here. They thought something was wrong. I was just singing, CJ. I wasn't yelling. Poor Cheryl. Her name is CJ too, right, Cheryl? We were worried about you. Let me share my Happy Meal with you guys. I got some Happy Meal, and it was like, it came at the best time. I was like so laid in bed like a ridiculousness. You guys, I'm never a sick person, okay? So for me, this is retarded, okay? I never get sick, ever, ever, ever. I'm not going to say that I haven't had things and don't have things, but I'm just saying for the most part, even when I'm sick, I'm not sick. Do you know what I mean? Her cat was typing. That's good. So let me show you my Happy Meal. So this is what we made today, and I know it doesn't look like a lot, but if you girls start making them, you'll have fun. And can you imagine if you get one of these in your Christmas card, or even from your secret sister, your secret Santa sister? You'll be like, oh, that's so cool. I can hang it on my tree, and that's her painting paper or her cool scrapbook paper that I don't have. And you know, it's like cooking. Everybody else is always better than whatever you do, right? At least in my world. And so, and you can mail them flat. You can see, so it's not going to take up a lot of space. You can mail them flat inside your card. You may want to put a note if it's not to somebody that ever watches any of these things, so they know how to open it up. Just open the petals. You loved hearing me sing, Tris? I'm sorry. I was singing CJ, okay? All right. So I got 2 things of Happy Mail, and one of them came from our lovely Nancy. You guys, look at what she sent me. Can you see it? I'm going to let me move my Christmas ornaments over. Can you see what she sent me? This is from, hi Lenora. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Grace. Hi, Miss Malone. No judgment here. Please, I paint on junk mail. No judgment here. So she sent me this. Nancy sent me this. Remember I told you guys I was going to make a December daily. She made me a December daily. And you guys, look at what she made it out of. Oh, my gosh. Guys, she made it out of paper bags. So, like, look, it is so cute. She made it out of paper bags, and each one of the bags has some cards on it with numbers on it so that I'll know, like, this is for the 4th day of Christmas, and this is the 3rd day of Christmas, and this is the 1st day of Christmas, and this is the 2nd. Isn't that cool, you guys? She made me, and then look, and then the 5th day, and then she put a tag, so one side would be the 6th and the other side would be the 7th. But she made it out of paper bags. Isn't this cool? And look, it's got cool more tags in it. And then, isn't it sweet? So I'm going to totally use it. I'm going to do, my daughter saw it, and so she was like, can we do a December daily together? And I said yes. So we're going to do a December daily together, although she's not going to be with me the whole time. I figure we'll make it for her. Isn't this the cutest December daily? This is so cute, and look, she put a vintage little vintage kids on the front. Isn't it cute? And look, and I love it, guys, because my crafting's never this neat. You know me, I've got to be like painty paper junk mail. My December daily last year, if I can find it, I'll show it to you. It was made out of junk mail, and I loved it. So anyway, I love this. This is super awesome. Hi, Amanda. And now, it came on Saturday when I was in bed and I couldn't move. Maybe it came on Friday. I don't know. Friday or Saturday when no, it had to be Saturday because if I had come on Friday, I would have showed it to you guys. When I couldn't move and I was like, oh my gosh. And she made it out of bags. So it's like 6 paper bags. 6 colored paper bags. Isn't it cool? I love it. I just love it. So I've made paper bag minis before, but I've never made it like this. I mean, like a December daily, so it's cool. We could do one of those together if you guys want to do it. We can do it based on inspired. I love it. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. We can do it inspired by Miss Nancy. And then today, this is what came in the mail. And I was so, my thingy's gluey. And today I got mail all the way from Australia from Elaine. And then look, and it's in a cherub, and she put lots of washi tape on it, and I opened it up already. So I love this. This is like the perfect, like this is a perfect small little rack for you to send, and it's just so great. I love it. So, and I could use the envelope in my junk journal, and it's got a cool stamp on it, and she did some stamping on it. And look, she sent me some playing cards, and they have kangaroos and koalas. Love them. And then she sent me a registration from a class, but I love it because, like, look, it has like, see, it's like a, do you see? Like a, I don't know, like what Braille is, where it's up. And then she sent me some stamped cool little pieces of scrapbook paper. And then she sent me these gorgeous little glassine bags with, look, I love this. Guys, I think the dog's at the door. Hang on 1 second. Talk amongst yourself. Poppin'! The dog's here. Charlie! are going to look for you. What happened? You ran away from the kids? You ran away? I bet you my daughter's frantically looking for the dog. You ran away from the kids? She's magic, you guys. She can get out of her harness, and I bet the kids are like looking around for her. They're not going to want to take you with them. Hang on a second, you guys. I better tell her that Charlie came home before they all start looking for Charlie. This is my life, you guys. For those of you guys that want to stick around for the woo-woo, we're going to do it soon, I promise. Promise. Guys, this dog is like ridiculous. So ridiculous. Oh no, what happened, Amanda? What did I miss? Charlie is a whippet. It'll come back to you. You sing your words now too? Oh my gosh. If I told you guys how ridiculous I am very ridiculous. That's how I used to get my, that's how I used to get my kids to do anything. That is how I used to get my kids to do anything. Oh, yeah, tomorrow is Jamie's sister's funeral, so if everybody could send Jamie a little bit extra love, that'd be great. Look at the cool little bits and pieces she sent me. Isn't this cool? And a fork. These are so cool. I can't wait to use them in my own junk journal. So I think after the new year, I'm going to get out my junk journals that I work in, and I'm going to work in them. Maybe I'll work in them once a week with you guys. So if you guys want to I could make one with you, and we could, yeah, now they're all yelling for the dog. Guys, this is my life. Isn't this cool? And then she sent me Stroke of Genius with some high heels and ATC. Look at the back, it's beautiful. I love it all. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yes, now they're all looking for the dog. They're all looking for the dog. So they're looking for the dog. Can you hear them yelling? She's here. You should grab me. No, go play. You have to be home in 10 minutes, okay? Okay, so my daughter's outside playing, and she even had the grandpa out looking for Charlie. Charlie escaped out of her harness. And so she walks up to the door and she goes, "You should just ground me." Bye, Trace. See you soon. Everybody go on over to It's Nana's Place and join in the giveaway. You do have to send her a journal page, and it has to be at least 6 by 9 or half of an 8.5 by 11. I mean, 8.5 by 11 folded in half. And go on over and check it out. The giveaway is a video called Winner Winner Chicken Dinner, and it's for her 500 sub giveaway. So you have to subscribe, make your journal page, and well, we'll send you the woo-woo too, Malia, so you have a good, you sleep well. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for my beautiful rack, and she wrote me a lovely note too, you guys. It was very touching and very sweet, and I'm very appreciative, and thank you. And I'm going to use it in my journal. I'm going to put it in my, junk journal. And I am going to use my December daily, so maybe I'll write with you guys in that too. I'll show you how I use it if you've never done a December daily. I will send some woo-woo to Suzanne Thomas too. And you guys, Whenever we're doing this, and if you want to leave early and you still want to do the energy work part, all you have to do is say yes. And just make your intention that you want to receive the energy work and you receive it. Okay? That's all. You don't even have to be here to receive it. And you can always go back and listen to it anytime you want. Okay? So Friday we'll definitely do texture paste. So what you need is white glue, like a PVA glue. You need a PVA glue, you need white paint, or any color paint actually, and you need either baking soda or talcum powder. And I make mine in small batches because it dries fast and it dries really hard. You need a stencil, and then you need something to stencil it on. And I'm going to stencil it on tags because that is what my focus is going to be. But you could stencil it once you've made your texture paste. I would say just make a small enough portion of your texture paste and use it in one sitting. I find that's what's the best. So we'll do that on Friday. We'll make some tags. And Sherry, December Daily is kind of fun. You know what I like about the December Daily is, bye Fee, love you. We send you love, and I'll definitely keep you in our woo-woo when you're ready, if you want to. You really need the woo-woo, Amanda? Okay, cool. I do it to myself every day, you guys. I work on myself every day. So December Daily is super fun. It's just a way to mark you could do it any month. Carolyn's saying don't use talcum powder. You can use baking soda too. Either one, whatever you have. She says don't breathe it in. So you don't use very much of it. So a December Daily is sort of like a month of a scrapbook. Night Fee, we love you so much. And good night, Diana. You like sort of just write something that happens in your day. It might be really great for you to do one, Amberly, because you've got 4 little kids and you could just put pictures of them in it. And like, I figure we'll put up our Christmas tree. I'll take a photograph of our Christmas tree, put some photos of my daughter in it, write down some funny anecdotes that happen. It's like a mini scrapbook. They call it like a December Daily. Because a lot of people do lots of fun things in December or want to commemorate or remember December. Now, you could do it any month. You could do a November daily, a December daily, a January daily. I mean, it's sort of like a daily writing or something in your scrapbook. That's really all it is. I'm sorry, girls. So it's kind of fun. So if you want to make a long, we can make one too. You know, you just need something to journal on for every day of that month. And so anyway, I hope you guys make some of these ornaments. They're actually really fun. So I hope you make some. You can make it out of anything. You don't have to make it just because I made it out of painted book pages. Make yours out of whatever you love. You know, make it whatever colors you have. If you've got good night, Grace. Big hugs to you. Make it out of whatever you have. Okay, so for those of you that want to do the woo-woo with us, it's just energy work. It's just a simple guided meditation that I do on a regular basis, and it's just to let go of anything in your life that's not working for you and receive anything in your life that you want. Hi, Artsy Girl Marilyn. So all you have to do to participate is just say yes to yourself and inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And that's really it. And focus on you. That's all it is. Cheryl says she's not able to do something daily because she forgets. Cheryl, join my life. It's like a diary, Grace. It's just a nice way. Don't you guys think that there's like nothing new anymore? It's just all repurposed, right? So the energy work that I'm doing specifically with each one of you and myself, I work on myself as I work on you, it's all one, is a clearing energy. Because I fully and firmly believe that we're all perfect. and that we just pick up some energies or things that, haven't you ever walked into a room and you got like, you felt uncomfortable or you didn't have a really positive feeling? Bye, Tris. Yeah, it's just good energy. So if you've ever walked in somewhere where you didn't feel good, that's the opposite of what we're gonna do. Okay, what we're gonna do is just put you back in alignment with yourself and bring into your life any and everything that you desire and require, and then you can let go and release anything that no longer serves you. And you don't even have to know what it is, right? So all you have to do is find a place to sit comfortably, and if you can put your feet on the floor, put your feet on the floor. And if you can't, you can just image them on the floor. And the first thing that we do is we ground ourselves into the earth. So we give and receive energy from the earth and from heaven. And then after that, as we breathe in and out, you breathe in what you need and you exhale and let out what isn't working for you. And you don't even have to know what it is, because your higher self always knows what it is. So that's all you have to do. And I'm just going to walk you through it. So get yourself comfortable. And if those of you that don't want to, if you just want to listen and you don't want to receive the energy work, then just simply say no. And you won't receive the energy work, but you could still listen. So that's just how it works. Now, I did have a lady say, well, I didn't say yes, but I felt so much better. I know I must have received something. Well, yes, because we're all connected. So as each one of us feel better and you are connected to us, you will feel better too. Does that make sense? Now, there's no right or wrong. You can't mess it up. It is you and your energy. That is all it is. Okay, so I just want you to know that. All right, so put your feet flat on the floor. And inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. Image yourself in a pillar of light. See yourself in this big, beautiful, white, glistening light surrounding you 6 feet in all directions. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your pillar of light. Allow your light to grow brighter and brighter. See it emanating from your heart and spreading through your column. Like turning up a dimmer switch, it's getting brighter and brighter and brighter. This is your light. Allow your pillar of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. And when your light has reached the depths that it can easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably imagine, allow your pillar to grow deep tree roots deep into the earth. See them spread out vast and wide and anchor themselves down deep into the core of Mother Earth. Let's give our body personality permission to receive the blessings from our Mother Gaia, our Mother Earth. And I see her energy as golden energy, but you can see, feel, think, or know this energy any way that works for you. On the inhale, breathe in this beautiful gold light. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. Feel this beautiful gold earth energy rising up through your feet. You guys need to stop. You need to go home. Seisha, please. Breathe in this beautiful gold light. Breathe it in. Feel it filling the bottom of your feet and spreading. Feel it filling your ankles and spreading. Your calves and spreading. Feel it filling your knees and spreading. Feel this beautiful gold earth energy rising up through your thighs and spreading. Your hips and spreading. Feel this beautiful gold earth energy rising up to the base of your spine and spreading throughout your body and filling your pillar of light 6 feet in all directions. Feel it filling your lower abdomen and spreading. Your navel center and spreading. Your chest and spreading. Feel it filling your upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and spreading. Feel it filling your face. And feel it fountaining out the top of your head. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. One more time. Feel this beautiful gold earth energy filling your entire column of light from your tree roots, fountaining out the top of your head. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. Now allow your attention to rise as high up in your column of light that you can easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably imagine. We're going to call on heavenly, angelic, cosmic energy to pour in the top of your column. I envision this like silvery diamonds, but you can see, feel, think, or know this light any way that works for you. On the inhale, breathe in this beautiful, heavenly, cosmic, angelic energy. Ready? Breathe it in. Feel it filling your head and spreading. mixing with your earth energy. Feel it filling your throat and spreading. Feel it pouring down your shoulders, upper arms, elbows, lower arms, wrists, and out every finger. Feel it filling your spine, your heart, your stomach, your lower abdomen, and feel it at the base of your spine. Feel it pouring down your hips, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and out your feet. Ready? Breathe it in. Feel it pouring down your column of light and out your roots. Ready? Breathe it in. And breathe it in. And breathe it in. Feel your connection to heaven and earth. Now I want you to focus on your first energy center, which is located at the base of your spine. And on the inhale, I want you to see your first energy center as a ball of light, like a tennis ball size of glowing light. On the inhale, I want you to breathe in any and everything that you need, require, and desire. Anything. It can be more stability, more prosperity, more joy, more calm, more peace, more relaxation, more love, more kindness, more compassion, more patience with yourself. Whatever it is that you feel you need, maybe it's more financial support. Maybe it's more emotional support. Whatever it is that you feel you need. On the inhale, I want you to breathe in what you need. And on the exhale, I want you to let go of anything that doesn't work for you, and you don't even need to know what that is. Ready? Breathe in, receive what you need, and let go of anything else. Receive what you need, and let go of anything else. Receive what you need, and let go of anything else. And receive what you need, and let go of anything else. Allow your attention to rise to your second energy center, which is located in your lower abdomen. See it as a ball of light. I want you to receive whatever it is that you feel you need in this point in time in your life. Ready? Breathe it in and let go of anything else. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Allow your attention to rise to your stomach area, your waist. This is your third energy center. See a ball of light there. On the inhale, receive what you need. On the exhale, let go of anything else. Ready? Receive what you need. Receive what you need. Receive what you need. And one more time, receive what you need. Allow your attention to your fourth energy center, which is located in your heart. See it as a ball of light. Ready? On the inhale, breathe in and receive what you need. Breathe in and receive what you need. Receive what you need. And receive what you need. Allow your attention to go to your throat. See a ball of light there, your fifth energy center. On the inhale, receive what you need. And on the exhale, let go of anything that doesn't work for you. Ready? Receive what you need. Receive what you need. Receive what you need. And one more time, receive what you need. Allow your attention to rise up to the center of your forehead, which is your sixth energy center. On the inhale, receive what you need here now. Ready? Receive what you need. Receive what you need. Receive what you need. And one more time, receive what you need. Put your attention on the top of your head. This is your seventh energy center. See a ball of light there. Ready? On the inhale, receive what you need. Receive what you need. Ready? Receive what you need. And receive what you need. Now give your body personality to focus on a point 6 feet above your head. See a ball of light there. Give your body personality permission to receive what you need. Ready? Breathe it in. Receive what you need 6 feet above your head. Receive what you need. Receive what you need. And one more time. Receive what you need. Now focus on your heart. And I want you to bring anybody else into this energy that you think could possibly use it. It could be, you could bring even inanimate objects in. You can bring your home, your car, your job, your business, your pets, your bank account. You could bring anything in that you think needs extra support. You could bring in friends. You could bring in Cuba, Puerto Rico, the ocean, Mother Earth. Anything that you think could use a little extra love and support. You could bring friends. Any friend that you think. And right now would be a good time to think of those that aren't with us tonight, but that could use a little extra support. Okay? You can invite them in. Now on the inhale, I want you to receive what you need in love. And on the exhale, I want you to send out that which you're asking for. Send it right back out in love. Ready? Focus on your heart. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love. Send it out wherever you'd like to focus and give in love. Receive in love and send it out and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. Now I want you to image a figure 8, an infinity symbol, and it starts above your head, 6 feet above your head, crosses in your heart, enters 6 feet deep into the earth, crosses back through your heart, and starts and ends where it began. On the inhale, I want you to receive the love of the divine in whatever form works best for you. And on the exhale, I want you to give back in love and gratitude to the divine. Ready? Receive in love. Feel it crossing in your heart, entering deep into the earth, and give back in love. Receive in love and give in love. Receive in love and give in love. And one more time, receive in love and give in love. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back to yourself. And please share. You can feel free to share anything that you'd like to share. You can share anything that you experienced, that came to you. There's no right or wrong, or you don't have to share anything. Some people feel more peace. Some people feel more love, more light, more gratitude. Whatever it is, there's no right or wrong. Marcy says she feels so much love from the heart, so much. Me too, Marcy. I do too. Heartsy Marilyn says gratitude and healing light. Very nice. Thank you for sharing. This is what it feels like for you to be filled up with yourself. This is you filled up with you. Amanda, let it out. Just let it out. You can come back and listen to this energy work anytime. It stays right here on the recording. I try to do it almost every time, but sometimes I don't, and you can bring to mind and anything that you need to let go of. So Amanda, if you need to come back and just let it go, you can. Definitely sending you some healing love, Amanda. Definitely, definitely, definitely. Hopefully because of this shoulder thing, I haven't been able to finish the computer programming, but hopefully I'll have up my 30 days of energy work available for all of you soon. And when I do, I'll do a little video with it, and then I'll be a link to it. So you can, Amanda, that might be excellent for you. It's good for anyone. The first thing you need to know is only good can come. There's nothing that except good and love that can come from doing this for yourself, because it's just you putting yourself in alignment with you. So I will have, hopefully, I should have had it up today, but I didn't finish doing the HTML stuff. Sometimes when you're doing computer work, it's not. Love you, Amanda. We're here with you. And I know it's painful. I know it is. But we're here and we love you and we support you. But I invite each and every one of you to come back and use this energy work. Come back and use it for your benefit. At least it's on the end of the last 10 craft and chats I've done. It may be on the last of all of them, I don't even remember why and how I started doing this with you guys. It wasn't something that was my intention. But use it, especially if you're going through a lot. What it gives you an opportunity to do is just release in a safe place and fill yourself back up with good stuff. Sometimes we release, but we just don't fill ourselves back up. Anybody else want to share? We love you too, Pat. We're all sending you love too if you're still listening during your treatment. We love you, Amanda. Things are going to get better. They really are. I know it doesn't feel like it right now, but they will. They really, really will. Anybody else want to share? Any of you lurkers out there want to share? Susan calls it the big marshmallow. So you could be very well in the big marshmallow, which I think is very accurate. I think it's a very accurate thing, the big marshmallow. Good night, Carolyn. Thank you for joining us. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Well, my lovelies, if you guys don't have anything else to add or you don't want to talk about anything else, if you do, last call, last call. I'll take a picture of my little artificial tree once I get it all up with all of our paper ornaments that we've made on it. You know, sometimes, you know, we're all going through an energetic shift. Marcy says to her sisters across the pond, sleep tight, be safe. Spot on in the group. Spot you in the group. Yeah, definitely. Good night, Joyce. Good night, Marcy. Sometimes when your energy shifts, when you raise your vibration, your energy, you always want to be putting yourself in a situation that makes you feel better, okay? And so, and raising your energy. And so, sometimes when you've shifted so much in your energy, you no longer align with things that you once did. And that can be relationships too. It doesn't mean that it's not painful. It's just that, you know, you've outgrown it. Awesome, Carolyn. You share it however you feel. We want you to feel happy and safe and comfortable. And nobody will share it outside the group. We don't do that. It just doesn't work like that. Miss Osimon, I don't know why, but I feel so good. And again, I didn't join in. It's because we're all connected. That's why. It's because we're all connected. So as we raise our energy, you can't help but raise your energy. Clara says she's been blocked since her mom passed 2 years ago last time. And this one, I felt such a divine peace with all. Oh, very nice. Connected to something bigger than just me. Very nice, Clara. You're just allowing yourself. Rewatch whenever you feel like it. You know, Miss Osima, it kind of works like this. So our higher self, I mean, if you want to know, and if it's boring, please, you know, you can just say it's boring, you don't want to know. So there's the mental part of you, and that's the part of us that overthinks, that says, oh, this is like, you know, whatever, the judgment part. And then there's the inner knowing part of us, like our inner child, our inner knowing, like that gut feeling that you get, don't go down that street, go down this street. And then there's the bigger part of you, the higher part of you, that knows that you're an infinite being, that knows that, oh, please go and share it, Amanda. Join the group. If you haven't joined the group, go on in. So there's the higher part of us, the bigger part of us. And that's the part you're connected to, Clara. And that's the part that knows everything. So our mind sometimes, Miss Aussie Mom, doesn't know. Like our mind can't see the big picture. It can only see this little 3D world that we live in. But you know, like when you feel goosebumps on we call it chicken skin here in Hawaii, but on the mainland they call it goosebumps. You know, like when you watch a movie or something and you get like the chills or you have an epiphany. That's the other part of you. That's the higher part of you that knows, right? So that part of you is what joined in, okay? Whether your mental part joined in or not. Does that make sense? So it's like we have an inner knowing. Like, you know, haven't you met people and you're like, wow, I don't know how my life led me to that. It was the higher part of you that knew it. You know, so that's what it is. But we're all connected anyway. Cheryl, I was even longer. Mine was 26 years. Amanda, are you part of our Facebook group? Have you gone over and joined Crafting Mamas? If you've joined Crafting Mamas, go post your stuff there. You know, that's like because it won't stay here if somebody's not looking at it right now. And when you join Crafting Mamas, they ask you some questions. Please answer them. You know, you can just say that you're on a live stream or whatever. There's a question that says, what video did you watch? You can just say craft and chat, making question mark or whatever. So, I'm glad that you feel good though, Miss Aussie Mom. Amanda, I will keep you in my thoughts and prayers this week, and I hope, well, the link to the Facebook group will be in almost every video that I have, so you can always join there, and then either myself or Susan or one of the other moderators will approve you. Myself, Susan, Vicky, Diana, or Ash will approve you, and then, you know, and then there's a Rack Happy Mail list there, and you can share, and if you want to send and receive Christmas cards, we have that. You know, it's not mandatory. None of it's mandatory. You don't have to share if you don't want. If you want to, please do. You know, it's all in whatever you feel comfortable with. You know, it's really, the whole Facebook group came out of, we would have a night like tonight where maybe I would make these silly ornaments and then everybody else would make them too, and then they wanted to share them. So the Facebook group came out of that, you know, like sharing our crafts. So please share. And if you didn't make these and you make something completely different, please go share it. You know, Cheryl, I have to agree. So I knew mine should have been over almost immediately as it started. But I stuck it out because, I don't know, I had this sort of fixation in my head that whatever. And I'm much better, so much better. But it wasn't easy and it was painful. So Amanda, I know what you're going through. It's very painful. Very, very painful. It was very painful. But you know what? The reality is the thing is this, you can't control other people. We all have free will, right? You can't control them. And not everybody wants to change. Some people just want to stay angry and want to stay in their junk. And they want to try and control people, and they try and manipulate people in all sorts of different ways. Think about how your children manipulate you, right? They have a tantrum, they do things, whatever. Or your pets. Think about how your pets manipulate you. Well, people do that too. And when your bigger self, your higher self, no longer tolerates it, things change. And it's just how it works, you know? It's like, Even if I'd wanted to stay in that relationship, my higher self would not have allowed it. You know, Cheryl, I think the conditioning comes from what we say to ourselves in society. You know, oh, it needs to be this way. Oh, it needs to be that way. Oh, it needs. Where if you look at really ancient traditional cultures, cultures that have survived thousands of years, they didn't even have marriage. Yes, they had committed relationships, but they didn't have this contract of marriage. They had a different type of thing. And, you know, I don't know why I stayed, but it doesn't even matter. It's for my growth, for my learning. I mean, everything is for your growth, right? So if I look at it as it's for my growth, then I can move on from it with that. But if I hold on to it and think that I did something wrong and want to recap it, that's why people always have problems trying to relive stuff that happened. Oh, do you remember what happened 5 years ago? You did this and I did that. Okay, first of all, we can never remember with great accuracy. And the second part is that energy is already over and gone. And going back to it, it's like picking up garbage, right? Imagine picking up, when you go back to all those old memories, it's like picking up stinky garbage, right? So it's like you wouldn't go back and pick up stinky garbage. So, yeah. And you know, unfortunately, we keep redoing it. We keep playing that same song until we get the lesson. Maybe the person changes, but the song is still there. So, Amanda, give yourself a chance to be wherever you are. You know, and whatever transpires. And some people do. Some people, even after a split, come back together. I have a really dear friend, and she was married, I don't know how many years, like 25 years, and then she split up with her husband, and then, I don't know, maybe 10 years later, they got back together. It's not for everyone, but, you know. Anyway, lovelies. Sure, ask a question, Cheryl. Ask whatever you have. You guys feel free to ask questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you straight out. Please. Kind of digging these paper ornaments, especially with my painty papers. My painty grocery store papers. So, Amanda, come back and listen and listen to the energy work and focus on the emotional aspect of your body. There's 4 layers to us. There is the mental layer, the emotional layer, the physical layer, and the spiritual layer. And the emotional layer is the one that we really have to clear all the time. All the time, all the time, because emotions plus a mental picture create a reality. That's how you create things. So whatever you hold strong emotions in is what you create. So definitely come back, and when you inhale and breathe in what you need, breathe in more stability, peace, and calm, and release the emotional roller coaster. Cheryl said her ex asked her back 2 times. You know what? It's because a lot of people don't like change. A lot of people really don't like change. We love you, Amanda, and we're here for you. We really are. I know it seems like it's so silly. We're on this like crafting and we're chatting and we're making like painting recycled papers and little Christmas ornaments or whatever. But we really are. You know, every single one of us here sends you love and support. Nothing but love and support. You guys have been a blessing in my life. I would have never thought that this would never have come to me as something that I would do, or like it was never anything I wanted to do. But come back and listen to it. Anyone. And even if they don't craft, if you have a friend that's really struggling, have them come back and just listen to the energy work, Just have them come back. So release that too, Amanda. Come back and release that. Or release the fear. Release the fear. Change happens whether we want it to or not. Good question, Clara. Okay, so Clara says, how do you get over the hurt when you have been hurt by a guru or a spiritual advisor? Well, the first thing that you have to release, you definitely have to release. You have to give, first of all, you have to give yourself permission to forgive yourself. Because I think a lot of the hurt or the regret that we have comes from our own inner, like, beating ourselves up, right? And so, like, we judge ourselves. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I know it? I mean, that's the mental part of you, right? So if you think of yourself as multi-layered, so the mental part of you can never figure it out. Okay, never. No matter how many times you think and rethink and think and rethink, you cannot undo the past. You can't think yourself out of it, but you can release it to be free from it, right? So that mental part of you, the emotional part of you is what holds on to it. The mental one's like your computer. Your mind is like the keyboard, right? You're typing it in. Then it goes through the emotional stage, right? And then it goes through the spiritual stage, and then it settles into your physical body. So, first of all, you have to forgive yourself first and foremost. That is the biggest thing. So when you go back and you're releasing, Claire, release whatever you're holding on to. Regret. You don't even have to know the name of it, but you could ask your higher self or your inner self, say, let's give this, or give it a color. Or like what I like to do is I like to make it like smoke. So I open a window in my chest, make a doorway or window, open it up and breathe in what I need. And on the exhale, I just see this smoke leaving. And I give my body personality permission to release any and all regret, hurt, pain, any negative emotions that aren't serving me, sadness, any fear, right? And I just let it go. And then I breathe in what I need. And eventually, it's like an onion. It will work. It will peel away. First of all, forgive yourself. Second of all, realize everyone is human and we're in this human world. Every single one. And there's not one better than the other. We're sort of like a curve, like a least common denominator. You know what I mean? So it's like we can only raise our vibration or be willing to raise our vibration as much as like the lowest common denominator. So as we keep raising the bar, right, it drags the bottom up. Forgive yourself first and foremost. Realize you're in a human body and having a human experience and having a human lifetime. Secondly, realize they're human too. I'm not saying that you have to condone the actions that they've done, but eventually you get to the point where you can separate yourself from the decisions and from the things you've experienced with other people and see it just as like a movie playing outside of you. Does that make sense? All we have is ourself. Shirley, right about that. Mine became like a complete stranger. It was like weird. But Claire, you know what? You're not even forgiving yourself first and foremost and realizing that you don't have to give your power away to anyone. You are your own guru. The days of gurus are gone. They are gone. There's only direct connection. Only direct connection. And it is available all the time for each and every one of us. No exception. No exception. It doesn't matter if you're anything. It doesn't matter if you're a meat eater, a vegetarian, a vegan, if you're a yogi, if you're a breatharian. The divine, your connection to your higher self and to the direct connection to Source is for you, available every moment, all the time. You don't need anything or anyone else to get to it. Does that make sense, Clara? Amanda, just keep breathing yourself back into you. Just breathing yourself whole. Yeah, well, awesome. Yes. So that's exactly what I do, Clara. Then you understand exactly what I do. Well, that's a good point, Jillian. That's a very good point. So you summed up my exact work, Clara. That's exactly what I do. Is I help you to clear you so that you can get back to your direct connection. That's what I do. Try and explain that. Unless you experience it, you can't really explain it. And it takes people sometimes more than one time to like go through the energy work to get it. Oh, mine was completely weird. If I told you the stuff mine did, it was so ridiculous, Cheryl. It was like, it was shameful. It was like, became a liar right in front of everyone. And it was just ridiculous. But you know what? You guys are going to think I'm totally... You're welcome, Clara. Make sure you join our Facebook group. You can message me anytime. You know, message me anytime. We're all in this road together. We're all on this path. And this path is a glorious, joyous one filled with dogs barking and ridiculousness and shoulder hurts and pains and aches and illness because we're in a human body. But it's also filled with glorious, divine joy that we can share with each and every one of us all the time. All the time. Oh, Cheryl, mine got so weird. It's not, I can't even go into it with you. It was so silly. But you know what I was able to do? This is going to sound so ridiculous, but I was able to, this last time when I was recently away, when I had to go back and do this whole settlement thing with him and all this stuff. It got even weirder. I looked at him and I told him that I loved him. I put my hand on his heart and I said, I love you. I really love you. And he was still a little bit freaked out, but, and I didn't mean I love you, oh, I want to be with you, that kind of I love you. I meant that the divine in me, I could see the divine in him and I loved him. Even if he was weird and didn't, and lied and just did all this stuff that was not good. Right? Yeah, I said it to him like 3 times, and his attorney was out of her mind. She was just like, they were both out of their mind. I'm sure that he went home and he told his new person that I told him I loved him. And I meant it. I really meant it. I knew it was complete. I knew it was complete. Amanda, come back and listen to this energy work on any of the things. Listen to it every day until I get that 30 days up. I'm going to get, hopefully I'll get it up tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be able to, or maybe I'll stay up tonight and try to do the HTML programming. What it's going to be, it'll be 30 days of energy work. I'm sorry, the dog's going to bark because our neighbor came home. 30 days of energy work, and it's about half an hour, so it's much more intensive than what we did here. But what it'll do is it'll go deeper and clear more. And you know, it'll go deeper and it'll clear more and it'll help you to stay more and more and more connected to you. Does that make sense? Because there is only you. I agree, Cheryl. Cry now. You'll cry many times, yes. And I'm almost 100% sure that's why I got really sick right before I left to go to my court thing. I got like pneumonia, which was lovely. And then I hurt my shoulder. And I don't, this pinch nerve thing or rotator cuff thing, I don't know. Anyway, it all happened right before I left. Well, Amanda, it will only help you. I mean, you don't have to come back and make paper crafts, but come back to the end and, cue it up to whenever we started, 5 after, 10 after, whenever we started. And listen, because the more you do it, it's like going to the gym. It's like the more sit-ups you do, the stronger your stomach muscles become, right? So it's similar. It's like the more you allow yourself to release, you can then put yourself in release 24/7, which is a goal because you don't want to hold on to this stuff. Oh, yeah, Cheryl, of course. And think about it. Your shoulder is what? Like your shoulders, like you're holding the weight of the world on your shoulders, but also it was like the back part of my shoulder, like where my wings are, like your angel wings, like I was clipping my wings off. And when I tuned in and looked at it, I was like this eagle, which is so bizarre because, I mean, I don't necessarily identify as a bird or an eagle, but some people do. It was this eagle snared in this, like, high up in, like, some Amazonian rainforest, snared on something, like snared on a thin wire that you couldn't see. So I'm healing all that. Who knows how many lifetimes I carried it around? Amanda, we all need to love ourselves more than we love anyone. Because if you're not loving yourself, you don't have any love to give. We as women give, and give. Except we don't give to ourselves, right? So in not giving to yourself, you're depleted, run down. So, I love you girls more than you know. You have no idea. How many of you guys made these little silly paper ornaments with me tonight? The one thing we do as women have to do is we have to stick together. And we have to find, we are the creation energy of this planet. And if we ourselves can't help each other during these times, how are we ever going to get through anything else? Well, Cheryl, I'm not holding on to it anymore. You made these with me, Clara? Awesome. Well, know that I'm here for you. I am. And I mean it sincerely, Amanda. And I will promise to maybe I can get Hottie to help me get up my HTML thing, to get up the energy work thing. And please take advantage of it, you guys. This will be the first time I'm ever offering this not in a class. And the first time I'm ever offering it free of charge. So please take advantage of it. Please take advantage of it, especially during the holidays. And that's what made me want to do it, because I have so many. Hi, Carrie. You're back? Awesome. I have so many people that I know that get so stressed out over the holidays. The holidays makes them so stressed out that they, and so I just thought about, like, what kind of gift did I want this year for myself? And I don't mean paint or stuff like that. I meant, like, real gift. What gift could I give to myself? Well, it's the gift of being filled up with me and being in a space of complete openness and being in a space of being able to do and be in alignment with myself, with my higher self, with my divine blueprint, with my life's path. And, then I thought, well, what can I give? Like, what do I have to give? And I said, well, I can give that back. I can give that energy work. So please, as soon as I get it up, hopefully it'll be tonight, if not tomorrow, I'll post it in the Facebook group, but I'll also come back and do a video and post it in Crafting Mamas. And please, it's a sign up. You have to share your email address, because otherwise you don't get the link for there's a different link sent every day for the energy work. The energy work. There won't be the only way you can ask questions is if you send an email, because it's just me talking, and it's different every day. It's me live every day. So you only get that, but you have to share your email. It won't be shared with anybody. And after the whole thing's over, the 30 days is over, you can email me and say, please don't send me the next thing. Okay? That's the only way, because it sends you a link to instant teleseminar. And the only way for me to do it is when you sign up for the email, it puts everybody in that's in that one thing they've signed up for, and it sends them the link. Does that make sense? It's like automated. Yes, I definitely am gonna take a hot bath. I take a hot bath. I've taken 2 a day for the past, I don't know, since I've been home. Problem is with me, it's because I have to pull myself up to get out. I can't do it on my left side, so it's really not good because of my shoulder. All right, my lovelies, know that I love you. Focus on your heart one more second, and I'll send you guys a little extra energy boost. Focus on your heart. Open a window. Allow to leave whatever you don't need. Ready? Breathe in. Receive it. And release anything you don't need. Receive it. And receive it. I love you girls so much. No, Claire, it's what I was born with. You know, we all have a divine blueprint. Maybe we don't all want to step into it, but we all have one. And it took me a while to come clean, if you know what I mean. To just say, this is what I would do, and do it. Because it's not normal for most people, and it can be intimidating and scary and all those things, but it's just who I am. And, you know, I've just come to embrace it, and now I just give it and do my best. That's how it works for me. I've gone through a lot of changes. One day I'll tell you guys some about it. I've had some crazy stuff happen to me. I've had some crazy ridiculousness. All right, my lovelies. I love you guys so much. Love you so, so much. I'll see you on Friday. We'll definitely do some texture paste on Friday, and I guess we'll make tags. I don't know. If I get myself to feeling like 100% where I can really just cut up a bunch of stuff all on Friday, it'll be fun. I love you too, Clara. I love you, Cheryl. Love you, Miss Saucy Mom. Love you, Carrie. Love you, Susan. Love you, ladies. I'm always here for you. Come back and listen as often as you'd like. Invite your friends. I mean, they may think I'm crazy, but you know, at this point, I don't care anymore. I don't care. It really works, and it will help you. It's only love, and it can only help you. It's all it is, nothing else. All right, my lovelies. As always, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so, so, so much aloha. I will see you guys. Love you, Amanda. Love you, Beth. Love you, Pat. Love you, Scotty. Love you, Fee. Love you, girls. Love you, Cassandra. Love you, Lucinda. I'll see you guys on Friday. Good night, Jillian. Love you too. Love you, Miss Aussie Mom. Thank you guys for my great stuff, and I really appreciate it. Yeah, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and or whatever time zone it is for you. And I will see you guys on Friday. Aloha.